Yes, sir.
You seem to be on top of things there. If you have the time, why don't you ad-lib something later?
Yes.
You misunderstand me. This is all ad-libbed. None of this is scripted. Yeah. it wouldn't be authentic levels of stress if any of this was scripted. Well, I failed my own deadline. This was going to be like the first stream with the new tech, but in a fit of hubris, I decided, what if I wrote it in like WebGL? Wouldn't that make it look nice? Wouldn't that be like kind of a good introduction to the new series? And I got a little bit of the way there, but not far enough, essentially. So that's still going to be my job through the rest of the week. But until then, we've still got the old. We've got the new sounds. That's kind of part of the new stream tech, so you can.
What do you mean, sir? We're already here.
You can get a terribly accented carriage driver to misgender me if you want. That's now a sound command. But in terms of like the wait screen, we don't have one of those yet, which means it's going to be another just non-stop stream. Hopefully the last one, because yeah, I mean, what am I whinging about? It's been like 2 and a bit years, close to 3 years, and I've somehow managed to survive without breaks. Like, who cares? It's fine. We'll pull through. Hello, hi, how's it going? Oh, I'm still on this screen. We should cut out. Hi, hey. Yeah. So for the first time in the year, we're going back to doing a fixing ScummVM type stream. More specifically, we're going to be fixing Macromedia Director, which is the lingua franca for loads and loads and loads of products from like 1990 all the way through the 2000s. And we're going to be fixing ScummVM, which is a engine for playing old games on new systems, which has an open source version of the Director player in it. The main thing we're going to be looking at tonight, I think, is going to be the Theresa Duncan game Smarty, and two reasons for that. One is that I guess Director 5 is looking better and better now. Previously we were a little too early to try Smarty. Like we tried that like about a year ago. Maybe, feels like a year ago. But we're better now. We've got a whole bunch more extra stuff, so that is more, we're in a better prepared state than we've ever been to try out Smarty. And the second reason is I got a boxed copy of the first game, Theresa Duncan's first game, sorry, Chop Suey, in the post. In fact, hang on, I can go to the close-up. Very nice looking box, complete with kind of CD packet in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to be treasuring this wonderful artifact. And I don't know, like I'm not really kind of into the big box collecting type, but I was thinking maybe doing kind of what Ryan Nicholas Gordon does. Like Nicholas, if you don't know, is one of the core developers on SDL, and also for a long period was responsible for a lot of Linux ports of games. And yeah, for the longest time, I think he kind of came up with the tradition of just taking a physical copy of every game that he ported. So we're not going to do that with Director, because I only have a tiny house. I can't afford to put a copy of every single Director product in there. But I think, yeah, just keeping the special games. Nothing wrong with keeping the special games. Okay, so I'm rusty AF. I've not looked at ScummVM for freaking ages and ages now. Maybe I should. Some critics might have said I should practice before the stream. To them I say, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Have I forgotten how Git works? Okay, that's right. I was patching a game of some description. Uki, what is that? It's Director 4. It's not good if I can not remember the thing that I was looking into. What is this thing? What is this? I remember, I'm pretty sure this was me just looking at someone else playing something and going, oh, I should check if that runs in ScummVM. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I better go put in a stub. But I'll just wait for this to load up. So what is this? Japanese game. Oh, that's right. I remember now. This was for Fishmas. So, Fishmas was a couple of weeks ago now, but essentially, on that subject, I was looking into like director-based fishing games, and I found this one, which, in all honesty, I don't think completely works. It seems to rely on like a separate DLL to actually do all of the stuff, which is typically it's not great. I believe that you can, yeah, you get to this option screen.
Now that's coming from the Iron Chef side.
Fried
That's his
sweet
fried
fish,
one, yeah.
courtesy of Sakai.
You can push these buttons, which take you to the pond. And that's all I figured out how you can do. You can like cast your line. I think these buttons down here. Oh, okay, right mouse button. Right mouse button dangles a little hook. Yeah, but didn't really get anywhere. I looked into the code and it relies on a DLL, so unfortunately not a prime candidate as such for looking into. So I'll just commit this thing that I've got. Director date detection entry for Uki1. Okay, now we've got to pull in like all the stuff that's happened in the interim because ScummVM has just had a release, which means I think if people were holding off on big patches, they now start. Oh god, here we go. There's now 32 megs. 32 megs of new stuff. Check out. And yeah, so this is the branch that I was kind of working on the last time I was doing director stuff. And you'll notice these two commits here, which just, if I recall correctly, I was going through, like, I was opening up the help file in Director 5 in the new, the new features page, and just adding every single thing which I noticed was missing. So we now have and most of it's not new functionality, or not new functionality per se, it is bindings, like ability to control via script, a bunch of features which already exist in Director, which is fine. Like those features are quite nice to add. There's just a ton of them. So anyway, we'll rebuild that. Now, oh geez, okay. So testament to how out of practice I am. I've not actually planned this properly, which means do I have a game suitable for a child that we can kind of test out to start with? I think we could okay, I'm tempted to have another look at Great Green Mouse Disaster. We tried that one, again, like, close to a year ago, but there have been great strides. If I recall correctly, there was something wrong with the mouse click detection, and I'm pretty sure that later on when I was doing Hellcab, I fixed how, like, the click and drag support worked. So we might actually be in a better place with Great Green Mouse Disaster. But could also be worse. I've not tried Great Green Mouse Disaster in the intervening time. Okay, that's there. Great Greenhouse Disaster. Oh, hang on. Faster, please. How's everybody doing today? I was worried it was going to be another stinking hot day, but it seems to have cooled down. Say that like the air conditioning is running in the background, so it's kind of cheating to say that it's cooled down. But outside, it is also. I've recently been outside, and it has also cooled down. Okay. So that builds. Oh, hey, Son of Eld. Son of Eld says mostly work, walking dogs, and trying not to nap too much. Yeah, it's it's a pressing difficulty when you get older. Hey, just I don't know. Especially when you get like somewhere nice and comfy, like a couch, and the temperature is just right. It's real hard. Oh yeah, and I've also found a new browser that's not going to betray me by taking up like half a gig of memory on the video card, like the GNOME web browser does. So, movie games, Great Green Mouse Disaster. So I remember this having like quite a nice aesthetic, but I there we go. Look at that. Like that's some animation magic energy right there. Actually, did Animation Magic do this? They did. Wait, really? Okay, I didn't. Oh no, Pixel Magic. Sorry, not Animation Magic. completely different company. Anyway, that's enough stalling. Has that built the library? Yes, it has. Okay, good. ScummVM, and it was GGMD if I recall correctly. Yeah. Debug flags. Just debug level 5. Frontside GDB. Ah, Eagle-Eyed Sonneville says music by Flabbergasted of London. Wow. I think that's the name of the studio, but I hope it's not. I hope they actually just there's an artist that only goes by Flabbergasted. Okay. So we've got the game there. How about the streaming window? Will the streaming window pick up on it? No, it won't. Okay. Okay, just click past the scary warning, and as always, let me know if the audio is off. Oh, and if you're interested in playing the bingo, because we're back in multimedia country now, which means you got to be on the lookout for any of these things. Something's a musically 90s, something is an abuse of the engine, something's deep cringe, a boring memory game like Simon, something racist. Render a gore, tasteful FMV, positive LGBTQ plus representation, some sexism, some boomer writing, a pass of the Bechdel test, some clip art, a jump scare, something that is bastard hard for no reason, a speaking woman, a postage stamp size video, a vision of the future, a mullet, some hammy FMV, some sensible slacks, something that is aesthetic, perfectly timed crash, massive budget, a game that won't start, and the streamer forgetting to save. So if you see any of those things, be sure to call out in the chat. But we'll just put that back now. We'll just put that back over here. Okay, we're gonna be playing in English, I'm afraid. Now, if I recall correctly, the way that the language selector on this is set up is that by picking one of these languages, it just changes one of the search paths. So like Director kind of lets you get away with. You can be very vague about what movie you want to load next. You can just give it like part of a file name and it will try and match it up. And this game takes advantage of that by basically just keeping 5 different copies of the game in 5 different folders, and you just, it just changes which one is the is in the search path, if that makes sense. Okay, titles in English. Let's see if the... Oh, hello. We've got a... got an instant crash. Got an instant crash from the Mac text canvas. So, someone says, would that qualify as engine abuse? Yeah, you know what? It would. It absolutely would. So, good spot. So we'll say that was engine abuse. Do we want to call this... I'm tempted to not say game won't start just yet, because maybe it was just because I clicked on the down arrow. If we can get into the game by clicking start, then I don't think that counts as game won't start. I think it's just game has quirks. But hang on, I should switch back to real view. Okay. Close that. Bingo. So what have we got here? We've got a segmentation fault, which is in the graphics library. So likely code, which is reassuring because I didn't write most of that. Yeah, that looks like a... Yeah, doesn't look like there's much here, does there? Okay. I think we'll put that on the back burner for now. Like, maybe this will become, like, an issue, like, a unstoppable issue later, but that is obviously... It's obviously not great. So, I'll just copy this. Copy this into here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, try again. Game you're about to start is not yet fully... Yeah. We know this. We know we're doing a crime. Okay. Okay. Start.
Welcome to the Oceanside Hotel. This is normally a quiet, sleepy place where a cat can grow old and fat in peace. The manager likes to encourage rich, sleepy folk whose idea of excitement is the Wednesday afternoon tea dance. Well, they're certainly going to have some excitement today. The orchestra. Would you believe the Great Green Mouse Orchestra arrived a while ago? What a commotion!
Oh no.
Now there are green mice all over the place. The residents are upset and the manager is screaming at the porter. Now if anyone thinks I'm going to help, they've got another thing coming. So,
I just love this
that's
laconic
where
cat.
you come in, my little friend. Your job is to go through all the rooms and round up the pesky mice without causing too much damage.
Not too much
Use
damage.
the mouse detector gadget to find out which rooms the mice are in. Then click and go to the room. The mouse is hidden somewhere. Find it, catch it, and then pop it in the porter's net. There are traps available in a bag to slow the horrid thing down, if you need them. Then help the rodent find his instrument so he can go to the ballroom and rehearse. When you've found them all, the dance can begin. If you need
What's the
advice,
lady with the pot
not
on her
help
head?
mind, advice, call me by clicking on my basket here. You'll meet some odd characters in the hotel. Things aren't what they used to be, I'm afraid. Now, I'm going for a nap. So off you go, and see if you can't sort it all out.
Yeah, don't sound too excited. Actually, I prefer that the cat is not too excited. There's too many games for small children which just rely on like endless enthusiasm, and I think this is like a good kind of counterpoint as to why other emotions are sometimes good in a narrator sort of character. Okay, so we're gonna start playing this. Oh, hello. Okay, so we've got a mouse here. God, animation's slow as a wet week. I guess that's intentional. Okay. So it's like most kind of clicking around type games for children. You just search around until eventually one of these spots. Okay, can't click the lady. This pillar? Oh, okay, you can look under some of the curtains. An interesting array of noises that this lady is making. Okay, come on. Let's go back. Maybe there isn't a mouse. Okay. Alright, more things to look underneath. Ah! There he is. Okay. Whoop. Okay, we just... Okay. Guess I just pinned it to the wall. I did accidentally click the right mouse button, which I think does a second mouse click event. Wait, okay. Alright, so it's not good. I think it's clear that it's not entirely fixed. Where's the porter? I meant to have... Okay. Also, how come clicking the dead, well, incapacitated mouse moves the suitcase? What's going on here? Hang on. Okay, so this is channel 39, that's channel 29. And for some reason... actions? Okay, we don't have any actions. Is it... Chan for channels. Okay, so the action script for channel 39 is... Alright, no, that's the picture. Where's the script? Is there a script? 18, okay, so for 39 is 18, and if we look at 29, it's 0. Very strange. So if I click... Right, so okay, so it's completely cooked the the sprite arrangement. Oh, I see, because when you click on a hotspot, that will... what's it called? This game is kind of dealing with the lack of sprites, or the economy of sprites, by turning off the ones that it doesn't need when it needs it. Hey Summer, yes, both macro and media. Macro and media, or macromingo if you're keeping an eye out for common multimedia tropes. Alright, well... that's a little disappointing that it is still kind of a bit busted, but I'm confused as to, like... it says that we're meant to put it in, like, the porter's net, but the porter doesn't appear to be showing up. So... I think for the... hang on. What movie we're in? We're in ballroom.dxr. Okay, I think we're gonna have to, like, have a little look into what is going on behind the scenes here in order to figure out what's meant to happen. Okay, so... director, the great... director 4. The Great Green Mouse Disaster, and... project arrays. Dump scripts. Decompile. Run media ballroom.dxr. Oh right, it's trying to make the directory here. Okay. Casts. Oh, and we should also do the shared cast. Macromedia does have a bunch of shared code. It lets you have one shared cast library in D4, which, given that every room is basically the same logic, I imagine we were going to be using that. So shared.dxr, also grab that. Porter. Cat. Okay, what have we got? We've got like end of ballroom run. Okay, what's the... we've got to find out what cast ID the mouse is. And I think the way we're going to have to do that is by just being very quick off the draw with... oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, but it's obscured by some other garbage. That's annoying. But it looks like it's in channel 6. What I was really hoping for was this... oh no, channel 6. Okay, so we can work with that. So look for the number 6 in the scripts. Just the ones that I can read with my eyes. Okay, but this is ballroom. What we need is shared scripts. Okay. Sprite 6. Sprite. There's like cat help. Okay, so it's a... they've got some kind of rotating M sprite. M sprite looks pretty promising. M sprite looks pretty promising. Okay, bunch of logic for like checking the traps. Oh, maybe we need to like... maybe the game is work as intended. Maybe we need to... well, it can't be because the mice isn't meant to be hovering in the air. But like, maybe we're supposed to trap it before the bellhop has enough time to get back. I mean, it's worth a shot, I suppose. Okay. So let's... oh, and the trap menu doesn't seem to be showing up anymore. Hang on, maybe we cooked it. There's definitely a mouse here. Okay, yeah, they did do this with 2 physical sliding bars rather than a Okay, so we've placed something on the screen. Okay, there it is. Come on. Wow, this trap is useless. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Debug flag, enable lingo exec. This is probably gonna make the game very slow because we're now just printing every script of the game as we get it. Okay. Okay, so now what we've got to do is figure out what is being called. Okay, so this is the start of that that music on the gramophone. Mouse down. Okay, so script 51. Okay, maybe it is in ballroom. Score script 51. And I'll type it probably. Okay, on mouse down court. Yeah, right. Okay, so it wasn't shared. It was just called court. So we have on court, go court, which goes to... Oh, wow. Okay, that's all it is. All right, so... Oh, wait, no, there's probably some more. On court. Okay, so when we catch the mouse, the cursor changes. We play the little sound effect to make the mouse squeak. Some kind of... Oh, okay. Deactivating the puppet flag on the trap? Okay. And then it just sets it to match the mouse. Okay, so there's court, and then there's position it, which updates the position of the mouse. Then there's hanging. Right, okay, so let's see what happened there. Because it hung the mouse up after we did that. So... Court. Okay, so called court. It then played the squeaky sound effect. Did all this stuff. Changed to the frame court. Didn't do a freeze. Oh, okay. So this... Yeah, right. So... I'm guessing the court frame of the movie has some kind of end of frame callback, which auto calls the hanging function. Okay, let's look at what hanging is. Okay, so we've got a If my count is less than... Okay, so we've got a count, which we can confirm from here, starts off from 0. And then my mouse. Oh, do you have to like catch the mouse a whole bunch of times before it counts? So what is my mouse about? Because that seems... Oh wait, no. Maybe that's the maybe that is the counter to figure out the different spots in the room that the mouse could hide. Because it did look like it was cycling through them in an order. But yeah, then it goes back to the frame, which then runs this whole thing again. And apparently you just gotta hold on to that little critter for like 6 frames, and then the portal arrives. Maybe what's happening is that like we are reaching move to net, and that's what that hovering thing is there. Like the portal is maybe meant to be here with the net, but some other vital piece of the puzzle is not loading, and therefore it does not count as like catching a mouse. But that's just conjecture. Let's see what we've got here. We've got that, exit the frame, then it calls hanging again. It's going to do that another 4 times. Oh, hello. Did I change frame? Oh no, it's just it's going to the frame, which is so going to the same spot. Okay, that's a 4. My mouse is still... Like, these both look like they're gonna kind of increment at the same time. Okay, yeah, it looks like some kind of... I mean, it's used for the animation counter. There you go. So it's just used for animation. That's fine. Don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, it's 5. And then the fateful 6th time, when we call hanging, is when we go move to net. Then it calls this thing, which is... Okay, just set some stuff. Cool, but like, what's meant to actually do the... What's meant to act on that? That doesn't tell me everything I need to know. Okay, but it's got... It seems to be getting the position of the mouse okay. Then it's doing this. Yeah, okay. Just assigned all that then. Ah, but then we can go to the... Then it stops looping on that same frame, and it is allowed to go to the next frame, which has a different different script on it. Okay. Okay, what uses move H next? No, move mouse does? Oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, right, okay. So we've got mouse horizontal, mouse vertical, and then we've got TH. So we're seeing M lock is... Set M lock to line 4 of field movie info. Okay. So that must be where the, that must be just like a string describing where the porter is. That's kind of odd. Cast. Yeah, here we go. So we've got the letter D, the number 3, the number 2, this position here, which I'm pretty sure is that spot on the canvas where the mouse is hanging upside down. So I mean that part looks like it's working. Or at least the moving part is working. But yeah, where is the guy with the net? Where is the guy with the net? And of course none of these have names. Oh wait, hang on, maybe we can do debug flag, enable imagery. Okay, now we've got it. Now we can run the game in slow mode, but we also get hang on. I was gonna say run the game in slow mode, but also oh, here we go. Input is really pernickety. But now we can actually like have a glance at all these cast members. So what do we got? We got outdoors, we've got the room, we've got various objects in the room, we've got people dancing. Where is that bellhop? Bellhop? I mean, okay. Let's list. Okay, maybe it's not okay, there are two. I mean, it's gotta be... The shared cast has gotta be in there, because otherwise we wouldn't get the scripts. But maybe in the debug view, we don't have visibility, which is a little... Oh, you can change the thumbnail size. That's cool. However, I don't think we can change which cast library we're looking at. It's a bit disappointing. How about archive? Okay, share.dir. Oh, but that just shows all the stuff in the archives. Okay. what I want. Oh wait, that's right, markers. So given that like moving the catching the mouse was done with the score markers, I imagine catching the mouse would also be. There we go. We've got our caught one here. So if we go like jump to 1490, and then start. Try again. Ooh, okay. What? Alright. I just want to catch one mouse. Is that too much to ask? Oh, and of course, because I'm running it in. As soon as you turn on the imagery, then the game takes a bit of a speed hit. Oh, yeah, okay, it just gets yanked up there. So we've got loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, A1, A2, A3, A9. What's A9? Okay, that's the animation for like uncovering something. What about if we go 1, 2, 6, 2?
Little green mice, hanging by their tails, hanging by... Splendid, you've caught one. Now, can you help him find his instrument? You've got to select the right one for him.
Well, does that count as catching him if we just use the debug console? Okay. So I gather that you're meant to basically just keep doing this over and over again until you find enough rodents to make an orchestra. This game definitely plays kind of fast and loose with the relative sizing of things. Like, in these scenes, the mice you could very easily crush underfoot, but the other one, they'd like taken over a whole bandstand. So... okay. Yeah, and okay. Every scene has the same problem. So presumably, if we fix this, or if we fix like one scene, we fix them all. And I think that like it just comes down to that bellhop. It comes down to the bellhop. Cast. Where did the... okay, it's here. So I reckon the bellhop must be in the shared resources, because why would you replicate that like every single time? And we do, look, we've got like mice. Oh. Traps. Thing. Nice and descriptive. Trap. Mech. A palette which just has the color black in it. Cat help. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at how this is meant to be played in a in Windows 3.1, because I'm still a little kind of confused as to like, are you just meant to chase the mouse around a whole bunch of times and then the bellhop shows up? Okay. Oh, there we go. That was me. That was me installing the fishing game, and then, yeah. Of course, you know, this is Windows 3.1. Why would we have the Japanese font installed? Okay, so if we... Can we just run the game? I think we can just run the game. Scout. Alright. Do I want to install QuickTime? No. Yes. Oh, gonna be one of the... Okay. No, it still lets you plow on ahead if you have one of these hated high color resolutions. Right, okay, so this front screen was meant to have a nice little scrollable readme screen, except for some reason it was visible by default. Not a great look. Okay, play. Okay, good to know that it's laggy AF on Windows. I won't feel so bad about okay. So grab the little widget. Yeah, so you hold it in midair and then... Okay, that's...
Congratulations!
That's fun.
That was excellent. You will come back later and clear the mess, won't you?
Will we? Will we? I don't know about that. Do I want to leave the disaster? Yeah, okay. Okay, but we have an idea now. So, no. Okay, so there's clearly... What's meant to happen is that it gets to the... It hovers in midair and then it gets the frame of animation which has... Oh, sorry, the frame of the score, which has the guy walk in and collect the mouse. So there's no... It's as simple as that. So... Markers... So we have Court and we have Blanky. And I think it must be Blanky, right? Because Blanky... Oh, maybe Blanky is the cat. Blanky... So if we go like Blanky... We go F81. F? Oh, F1036.
Quite a mouse catcher, aren't we?
Yeah, okay.
Demolition expert too, I think.
I get you, okay.
Splendid. You've caught one. Now, can you help him find his instrument? You've got to select the right one for him.
Okay. So this script here sends us to Blanky, which is all capitals. Is this case sensitive? is the marker system case sensitive? Because that could be a problem. Because the frame in as we know it is lowercase blanky, and yet are we even reaching? Okay, no, maybe we're overthinking it. It's like traps off, cancel traps, check trap, run traps. Alright, really, okay, it's as simple as going to court, then it checks the... Oh yeah, then it calls hanging a bunch of times. Hang on, let's go back to one of these. Okay, we've got functions, we've got script frame. I added in something for this, I swear. Wasn't channels, because that's for the current frame, but it was more for like all of the frames. Maybe I just added it to like I thought it was actions, but I don't think yeah. Oh, it was function. Okay, it was functions. Okay. So this tells us, like, for every frame in the movie, what is bound to it. And it's too much for that. So we're going to have to go into here.